I first came to Romania in 1992. It was 19 months after the revolution. Right after the revolution, there was a lot of orphans, lots of orphanages. However, most of them were very unknown to most Romanian people. It was kind of a hidden secret by the state. We started searching out the orphanages and finding them and finding places to go in and work with them. It was through that experience of seeing the plight of the kids and the kids in the orphanage that God kind of led us into working here on a permanent basis. We started in 1992 and officially founded Heart2Heart in 1994. In those early days, we did a lot of bringing in food and clothing, medical. It was strictly a survival basis at that point. Fortunately today, that's not one of our big issues. We're able to concentrate more on the spiritual and the psychological needs of the kids, and that's where we spend a lot of our time now.
Okay, my name is Christine Gray. I come from Scotland, and I work in 2 orphanages near Bucharest, and I teach music to the children. I think music is very important for these kids for various reasons. I think it helps them to develop their self-confidence. They've been told all their lives that they're not very good at anything, and so from learning an instrument they see the progress that they can make and they see how much fun it is.
Și ce mai zici?
Această școală.
This is the school.
Din 2001.
From 2001. My name is Mark, and this is my wife Rebecca.
Hello.
And we're here working with abandoned kids. Our first trip was in 2007, and we came for 2 weeks. And by the end of that trip, we knew we had to come back.
We find that education is one of the most important things. So all of my staff works as tutors, as teachers, helping our kids to stay in school, learn as much as they can. And some of the kids, we actually help them go on to study and prepare for the BAC, which is a entry exam for going into college.
Facem așa, A or A.
I'm studying with Mark in math and English, and with Rebecca in biology. I've started to catch on to the math, and I've started to understand it.
Așa, foarte bine. When we have kids come over to our BAC tutoring, at first they really lack a lot of confidence. Because they haven't been encouraged to do well in school, so they're just kind of left behind.
They are on the absolute bottom of the pile, probably the most prejudiced against in Romania. So we find it very necessary to work with our kids to teach them not to be orphans any longer.
You know, my parents never sat me down and said, Jen, it's important for you to work hard. But through watching them, I learned it. Integrity and honesty and day-to-day work ethic and those sorts of things, most of us picked up from our parents on one level or another.
I ran away all the time from the orphanage. I smoked. I did a lot of stupid things. I drank. And it created a lot of problems for me in the system until I was in my 20s. But then I entered Heart2Heart, and because of Heart2Heart, I stopped these things.
As hard as it might sound to believe, we actually have to teach them, how do you dream about what you want to do, what you want to be? Over the last 20 years of working with these orphans, we've watched a lot of these kids grow up from a very young age, that now they've gone through our programs, living on their own, even to the point now that we have some that are married and having children.
We cook, we play with the kids, we give support to the moms and pray with them if they need it, and just
we're there for them, really.
They taught us about responsibility and how to take care of ourselves. When I go to work, I think I need to work for my family. They showed me how important this is.
And we want to be able to offer everything to our daughter.
I think one of the things that sets us apart from a lot of other works with orphans here is that as we work with these kids, we have a very, very long-term approach. We know that it's going to take years and years of working with them. I also realize that I'm not going to have a big enough staff to do this, so we use a lot of short-term volunteers. Each year we need between 200 and 300 short-term volunteers to augment our staff to be able to just, meet the basic needs of these kids.
Well, we love having short-term teams here because they are, an extension of our hand and feet. I can only pick up 2, maybe 3 kids at a time, literally, and drag them around. But when you've got other guys here, other women here that can just, just love on our kids and, and just wrap their arms around them and just to remind them that, it's not just us that love them, but it's, it's the entire world.
At some point, they usually are able to open up again and to let someone in, whether it's me or another Heart2Heart person. Most of these kids want to have a relationship with you.
It's really humbling to experience such deep love from the kids. You almost feel like you can't give enough back.
Heart2Heart were there for me all the time. He really blessed me.
I know this amazing verse from James chapter 1 that says, "True religion is to help widows and orphans in their distress."
The way that you could help these children in Romania is take 2 weeks and just come over and work with us. Help us show these children that there's somebody that does care and love them. We need your prayers, we need your financial support, but most of all, these children need to meet other people that really do care about them. If you come on a trip with Heart2Heart, it should come with a warning label that this is going to change your life. Your life is going to be turned upside down and turned around. And it's a good thing, because that's kind of where God wants us all at.